The checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.
In July 2025, construction cost index increased by 0.4% compared to the previous month, while it increased by 5.6% compared to July 2024, according to the preliminary data from the National Statistics Office of Georgia. In detail, the residential segment index increased by 1.6% compared to the previous month and by 7.8% compared to the same month of the previous year. The non-residential segment index decreased by 3% compared to the previous month and increased by 6.7% compared to the same month of the previous year. The civil segment index increased by 0.5% compared to the previous month and by 3% compared to the same month of the previous year. In July 2025, the construction cost index increased by 0.4% compared to the previous month. The change was mainly due to a 4.5% increase in average monthly nominal wages of employees in the construction sector, which contributed 0.73 percentage points to the total index change. Compared to July 2024, the construction cost index increased by 5.6%. The latter was largely caused by the 22.5% increase in the average monthly nominal wages of employees in the construction sector and by the 1.5% increase in the price of construction materials, which contributed 4.53 and 0.92 percentage points to the total index change, respectively. Along with these, construction cost index posted a 25% increase compared to February 2022. The Georgian Competition and Consumer Agency has launched a comprehensive monitoring of the medical service market to evaluate competitive environment. The monitoring will evaluate the market based on parameters defined by competition legislation, including market size, active companies, concentration index, market share and dynamics, and the presence or absence of dominant positions. Given the sector's unique characteristics, additional factors influencing competition will also be considered. The initiative builds on the Georgian Consumer and Competition Agency prior monitoring of the pharmaceutical market and two related investigations, reinforcing its ongoing commitment to the healthcare sector. According to the National Statistics Office of Georgia, medical service prices rose by 26% in July 2025 compared to the same month of the previous year. The monitoring will be conducted in close collaboration with the Ministry of Internally Displaced Persons from the Occupied Territories, Labor, Health and Social Affairs of Georgia, with interim results periodically published for public access and stakeholder engagement. The Georgian Competition and Consumer Agency is currently also monitoring the FMCG, autofuel, pesticide and agrochemical, tobacco, hazelnut and blueberry markets. Minister of Environmental Protection and Agriculture David Songulashvili met with Rolande Price, World Bank Regional Director for South Caucasus, to review findings of the study reducing plastic pollution in the Black Sea of Georgia under the Blueing the Black Sea program. The report analyzed the scale of marine plastic pollution, technologies for river waste removal, state policies and investment priorities, and level of microplastic pollution. Songulashvili stressed the urgency of action, announcing plans to launch consultations with the private sector and establish a working group to reduce, eventually eliminate plastic use. Price welcomed Georgia's commitment, highlighting strong cooperation between the World Bank and the ministry. The Black Sea Blueing program promotes a regional framework for sustainable Black Sea management, focusing on reducing pollution, restoring ecosystem, fostering sustainable fisheries and creating jobs. It involves Bulgaria, Georgia, Moldova, Romania, Turkey and Ukraine along with international partners. Deputy Minister Salome Pavliashvili and Zurab Ezugbayev also attended the meeting. Kaladze Georgian Dreams Tbilisi mayor candidate announced plans to upgrade public kindergartens with infrastructure that may surpass many European countries. He highlighted that free kindergarten education introduced in 2012 now combines accessibility with modern, environmentally friendly facilities. Deputy Mayor Irakli Vendeliani said the city will dismantle 10 old buildings, build new kindergartens in Lilo for 400 children and Ivertubani for 200 children, rehabilitate 10 existing buildings for 3,410 children. The program also includes food safety standards, video surveillance, fire protection and elevators for children and staff with disabilities, ensuring modern, safe and inclusive learning environments. Representatives from the Ministry of Labor, Health and Social Protection along with the International Labour Organization and field experts met to discuss the prospect of developing an unemployment insurance system in Georgia. Minister Mikhail Sarjoladze emphasized that unemployment insurance could become a key mechanism to strengthen social protection for employees and mitigate social risks in the country. The working group focused on developing an action plan for implementing unemployment insurance and defining appropriate insurance models tailored to Georgia's specific challenge and social infrastructure. Experts from the ILO and Expertise France shared international experience and best practice contributing to the discussion. The meeting was attended by Deputy Minister Georgi Tsagerishvili, Deputy Minister of Education Bayak Utsiani, Employers Association President Elguja Meladze, representatives from various agencies and other specialists and international organization members. The initiative reflects Georgia's ongoing efforts to enhance social security mechanisms and explore new models of employee protection. Tbilisi City Hall has announced a competition for the vacant position of municipal bus driver. According to Mayor Kaladze, the city is preparing to put a new batch of buses into operation and additional drivers are needed to ensure smooth service. The issue concerns bus drivers. A new batch of buses will start operating on the streets of Tbilisi very soon. The average salary of a driver varies depending on the length of the buses and ranges from 3,600 lari to 5,000 lari. Employees will also benefit from health insurance, Kaladze said during a municipal government meeting. To participate in competition, interested candidates must hold a D category driving license, and for driving 18-meter-long buses, an E category license is also required. Selected applicants will undergo interviews as well as additional trainings and professional education at Tbilisi Transport Company. According to the mayor, applications including resumes and required documentation must be submitted to Tbilisi Transport Company at Station Square number 2. Kaladze also highlighted the convenience of depot location across the city. Bus depots are located in several locations throughout the capital, including so-called Gdani Ridges in Didiromi and in Samgori district. The mayor called on interested drivers to apply actively and expressed optimism about the level of interest. I hope there will be great interest from drivers. This is a good opportunity with stable pay and social guarantees.
The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.